Hey, you guys, is anybody else up? Oh my gosh. Well, I was up a little while ago. I just finished eating. um, I had cooked something actually before the holiday, and I was just I don't want to say finishing off, but I had made myself a plate, and just decided to come on to do a quick video, I guess, or whatever. Right now, I'm just resting. It's so cold outside. Oh my gosh, as you all know, but oh my gosh. I just left from out there. I saw a little cat running around in the yard that I used to take care of. And yeah, running around in the cold. Well, she can have that. No, I'm where it's warm, nice, and snug. I'm currently just laying here relaxing and just thankful to God for everything that He has done for me, and for fighting all my battles and winning all of my battles for me. Because your adversaries don't ever win any battles. They just lunatics that will continuously come at you until God destroys them off the face of the planet. But I didn't even come on to talk about that trash, that garbage. They're irrelevant. They don't exist as far as it pertains to my world. I feel like it's very important that in life we stay focused, remain focused on who and what is important, because life really is short, and you don't want to spend the longevity of your life with your minds and your eyes focused on people that have absolutely nothing to do with you. I feel like you should focus on things that are positive and things that actually do pertain to your lives. That takes a lot of discipline. Initially, I was thinking training, discipline, and self-will. You have to discipline yourselves on what to look at. You have to discipline yourselves on what to focus your attention on. And that comes from training, from Father. Um, Father is concerned about his business. So we should learn by example and be concerned about our business. Father knows that he's already defeated his enemies. They were defeated the moment they tried him because he's God. So we should follow his lead and know that our enemies are defeated as well, because we are God's children. And whether if you are a believer or not, you're still somebody that Father loves, and that if you will allow him, he will train you in your lives so that you will be disciplined in what you focus on, and know to remain in your own lane and be focused on yourselves. And it doesn't mean that you don't help other people, but it just means that you don't allow yourselves to become consumed in the activities and the lives of other people, because that's the life that God gave them. And just as God gave them a life, he gave you a life. And he wants you to live your life, not try to live somebody else's. And I think that's the game of life, and I think that's what we learn in life, a lot of us that have obtained wisdom, is live your life. Be focused on your life. Be focused on the things that you want to add to your life. It's okay to look at the lives of other people, but don't miss your own life focused on them. There are people out here, they're out living their lives. And it doesn't, you don't have to be filthy rich or anything to live your life. You can just live your life by just, excuse me, minding your own business and being concerned with the things that pertain to you. And that's how you live a fulfilled life. And then you don't come to the end of your life feeling null and void, because you've lived your life to the fullest. And it doesn't mean that you've traveled the world or anything, because a lot of people, they can't afford to do that. It may not necessarily mean that you lived in the biggest house. A lot of people can't afford to do that, or drove the finest car, what is considered the finest car. A lot of people can't afford to do that, because to me, a car is a car as long as it gets you from point A to point B to point C and then back to point A. But my point is this, you don't ever want to miss you by feeling you're missing out on somebody else. You have to stay in your own lane, I would think. That's just my view on it. Nobody has to accept or believe what I believe, but that's just my take on it. Um, I've always been a person just focused on myself. Now, I've observed the lives of other people that I stood in admiration of, but my life is about me, not other people, and I feel like that's how people should live their lives. It's okay to be curious about other people, but don't ever allow that curiosity to cause you to forget about yourself. Okay? But anyway, that's just a little word of advice. You can take it or reject it. Hey, I just put it out there. That's all. But yeah, I'm just lying here, and I think we should pray for people that are in the cold tonight. If anybody's out there in the cold, and we should thank God for those of us that are not out there. But just as God made a way for all of us, He can make a way for them too. And I know I'm just lying here in the warm, thank God. And like I said, I just finished eating something, and a plate of food. And I think I had some milk and cookies earlier. There's nothing like milk and cookies at night. Even though this is early morning, it's still very dark outside. But yeah, milk and cookies. And rest. That's what it's about. Rest. Resting your mind. Giving your body time to rejuvenate. Giving your mind time to rejuvenate. Giving your spirits time to rejuvenate. So that you can be at your best. And your fullest, best potential. And into back. I'm hearing back to the battlefield, but I was going to say the world, but I heard battlefield in my mind. But anyway, y'all. Yeah, I'm just resting right now. I'm not, I don't know. I guess I'll get up later on and get into some things. And, I don't know. I'm tired. I need to sign off. I'm just lying here. That's all. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, we live in a very crazy, strange world. Just some of the things I see on the internet, and just some of the things that we see in society. And I'm not even going to mention some because I don't want anybody to think I'm trying to throw off on them. But we just see things nowadays that we didn't see 40, 50 years ago. It's just I guess I'll just leave it at that because I don't want people to think, oh, well, she's trying to throw some shade. No, I'm not a shade thrower. I'm a point blanker. I mean, really. If I got something to say, I'll say it. But we just live in a very decayed society. And like I said, you just have to stay in your own lane. I guess there's no such thing as discretion anymore with people. And just anything goes in this world now. Anything goes. It's like people they don't act like they used to act. And I understand we're living in modern times and we're not living in our grandparents' era, but the world is so different now that I don't know. I guess when people from the old school are having more of a difficult time because you're just not accustomed to how things are nowadays. And even with this let's talk about this what do they call it? Social media dating or something? Or no, people people meeting people online, and that's not how we did it back in the day. And of course there was no internet back in the day, but back in the day, mm-mm. A dude, he would approach you and ask you out. Dudes had swag back in the day. Approach you, ask you out, ask you for your number. That little piece of paper and pen they would write your number on, or a book that they carried to add your name to the rest of the names they had in there. I would share a story with y'all, but I'm not even gonna go there. Somebody I had to put in their place years ago.